As promised from the last video, we're going to talk about Crystal Veil today and what moves I'm going to be making and basically answer the question of, is it time to dump all your crystal, right? Because the airdrop just ended. Let's take a look at it. All we're seeing is sells, but we'll put in 5,000 to see the substantial stuff. So people are still kind of buying in. It's pretty up and down is what I see, but okay, interesting. So I expected to see the opposite, but obviously we're looking for dates from the last 24 hours or last 12 hours because okay, it looks like it made sense. So most, okay, so there's some sell. Yeah, it still doesn't make complete sense to me. I expected to see a lot of sell probably on the 25th, but there's decent amount of buy, decent amount of sell, and then today I expected maybe some buy because this is probably going to be the cheapest. We're going to see it because usually when there's events that happen, it fluctuates the price of things, right? Crystal Ball comes out, this shit goes to the freaking moon. Hits like $40 price point. It's blocking me, but you guys get my point. 40, 44, 45. And what happened last night was the jeweler snapshot ended. So I pulled out everything on the last video I made. I want to be talking about what we can do and what we quote unquote should do. Not financial advice. And yeah, before getting into it, I do want to give a shout out to Fox Escrow. They are sponsoring this video. I use them regardless, and I think they are an amazing, amazing platform. So you do need to make sure that you are on Harmony, not on Crystalville. So you can use this for your stamp pot needs. You can use it for figuring out what the floor price of an egg is. And it looks like it's going to keep going down and down as there's more and more uncertainty around the egg. But honestly, no one really knows. The only thing that I know of about the eggs is they're hatched into really cute characters. And you could kind of consider them as attachables to your heroes for questing, for training quests, most likely for PvP, PvE, who knows. The point is, I love using Foss Escrow because they've almost transacted over $300,000 of items. And it's a good way to kind of see what the floor price of, oh, your green egg is, your gray egg, your blue egg is. And obviously it looks like this blue egg is paper handing quite hard. And green egg as well, $10 under the next. So, and another thing you can do is check out Locked Jewel. You can buy Jewel as cheap as 88 cents, but it's locked, right? But it's a lot of money you're buying. But you can go a little bit lower and buy $1,000 of Jewel for $1.78. This is for people that have a lot of miners, right? You want to mine against it. And quickly, let's see if we have crystal. It might be under items. Let's check it out. If it loads. So these are the crystals, but interesting. I'm sure there's a spot where you can trade crystals and lock crystals. Another thing is I'm going to leave down in the description down below of their Discord as well. Their Discord is pretty awesome. You can show your heroes. Let's just say you're having trouble selling or you have some genetics on your hero that is hard to see on the tavern itself, but you can explain it and maybe someone interested. They hit up George, and George is a good friend of mine, and say, hey, I'm really interested in your Whoa, that knight is awesome because it's DR1 knight and DR1 mining. Actually, a really good knight. I might actually pick it up. So I'll just hit him up. You can also request for escrow. You know, you want to do a transaction with Crypto Vegan, but you don't know who he is, or one of these random guys that's not a mod. Right? I've used them a lot of times to buy locked and a lot of items, and to dump some of my items as well. But let me know if you guys ever have any questions about foss escrow, but they are the sponsor of this video, and I think you're going to find quite a bit of value knowing the floor price of stuff and using their product. Also, let's check out this amazing video they made for us.
Did you know that you can use Fox Escrow to buy and sell locked jewels, DFK items, and other locked tokens? Visit our marketplace now and start trading your digital assets in just a few clicks.
Cool video, huh? All right, let's go back to the topic of this video today. So, Crystal Veil. So I'm going to do this all with you guys, right? So we can go to the marketplace. We can also go to the gardens. So the first thing you can do is obviously make the pairing, right? Do you see... A good question to ask yourself is, do you see Crystal continue to tank or go up? Personally, I've answered that question myself and told myself, not financial advice, that I think this is the bottom. This is where the airdrops, dumped from yesterday to now, right? Like, this is as low as it gets, in my opinion, unless another round of FUD comes out, right, where something bad happens. But with what I know, I like the price. And what we could do is make the pairing, right? Because if you leave it in a jeweler, it's probably 20-30% APR. If you go to the marketplace, go to the trader, we can check out what pairings we have available. AVAX, Crystal to AVAX, Crystal to Jewel. I want to hear in the comments down below, which one do you guys like the most? Are you guys even in Crystal Veil Gardens? Personally, if you want the least amount of permanent loss, it would definitely be X Jewel to Jewel, because the only thing you're really watching is Jewel price. Crystal can see another level of dump where it really rides out to a 1-to-1 ratio with Jewel. So that's something to really keep in mind. To be honest, I haven't made a decision yet. These APRs are great. The thing that does concern me is impermanent loss. So the second thing I could obviously do is exchange all the crystal I have into USDC. That amounts to $1,800. But looking at these levels, I'd rather be in this asset right now. Keep in mind, there's also that liquidity provider fee. I'm going to allocate this to the gardens, and I need to figure out which one I want to get into. All right. So due to the buy volume, we're going to do something. I was going to say that not many people are doing, but it looks like a 7.5%. So I'm going to go USDC, just only follow the crystal, not worry about the impermanent loss of obviously USDC. All we have to do is do 50% over here, exchange to USDC, confirm. Eat a fee of approximately, looks like $2. $2.50. And it's complete. Cool. All right, let's create the pool. We want USDC and we want crystal. Max. I'm curious. So when you supply this, okay. Let's go into here. Let's deposit it. Deposit crystal, and we have 422. Approve. And I believe there is a software out there that will tell us this is already approved. So we're going to wait for the deposit to come out. In the meantime, we're going to go to Kingdom Watch. Cool. So give me 1 second. So you have to make sure you're not on the wrong one, like the one I was just on. Make sure you go to personal watch. All right. And then put in your address. You could set, you could also connect if you want. And it will load everything up for you. And we need to deposit because it already approved. All right, deposited. So when we refresh this, we should see a difference in here. Refresh. Looks good. Looks like it did update. And all you have to do is scroll all the way down here to see this amazing chart. You can look at your Serendale pool and say, oh, cool. So we're making around 7.5 joules a day. $22, $15 a day, 158, and with the APR it'll be $8 grand a year. And we could also look at, yeah, so this is the Joule to 1 pool, and we also have 2 pools in Crystal Vale. The extra will provide us, well, $66, but this is the unlocked, so $7. And we also have this, so the $51 or $5 unlocked. So yeah, this is going to be what I'm going to be doing for now. And things will change potentially, so I'll let you guys know. I want to hear, what did you guys do? Did you guys have a crystal? Did you guys have crystal sitting around? And if you did, what did you end up doing with it? I'm very curious. Because for me, I wanted to do the illogical play, have a very low percentage chance to get the Gen 0, but the reward to risk ratio was just really interesting is what I would put it, right? Because if you hit the Gen 0, you just increase your portfolio value by probably, let's just say $30,000 to $50,000. And if you're only risking capital of $1,000, $2,000 to get that, that obviously makes sense. But obviously there's opportunity cost of that money and that capital working elsewhere, right? So those are kind of some things to kind of think about. And for me, I'm in a fortunate position where, you know, obviously I have some liquidity that I can kind of play around with. So yeah. I don't think this account has any, but let's go to the quest and maybe pull our first egg. So the only thing I'm doing right now is doing the gardening because I do have money in the gardens. And I picked up this hero, I think, for a very, very cheap price. It's a PJ Thief. Gen 1, 6 of 10, so I could still hire these guys out. Realistically at 3, Jewel. We have the whiz boost for the gardening. We have a 39 combined, and it's only level 6. 118 total stats. It's also going to be amazing PvPer. Why? Because we have the Vit. Wisdom's going to be interesting. I don't think it's going to play out too much, but we have the strength boost, so some more additional strength, and rely on some luck for some RNG plays. But I think this guy will be cool. I'm going to keep him pretty long term as long as I have stuff in the gardens. Gives me probably close to, what, 0.6 joule a day, which is nice. And I picked this guy up at floor. Oh, we pulled a rune. Nice. 4 tiers. This is good. And we just gotta send them back. Because I did just wake up a few hours ago. And I could be more efficient and pick up another one, but I'm happy with this purchase. Another one I purchased at floor. And the floor one I purchased, I think, yeah, I didn't really have much on it. It was just a great gardener. We have some luck. Because I do see myself not having a position in gardens, and that happened multiple times throughout the last few months. So I ended up having to sell these guys. I think the PJ I should be able to sell for profit. I did pick them up at around 60-ish joule at a pretty good price last I remembered. Cool. So we're going to move on to this account and see if we have any more summons. I actually do, and this was one of the ones that I was kind of afraid to do, but maybe today's energy is right. Maybe I just jinxed it. Maybe everything will go perfectly. They are both commons. I'm curious to see what I've summoned with these guys already. I've summoned one paladin. The first one was just absolutely disgusting. It was a 4 mining. So honestly, we are due for another non-miner, unfortunately. This is actually above average case. You should be hitting one of these every 4. Paladins should be 1 in 7. And I will probably need to be disciplined here. And yeah, the odds of this child producing a DR1 mining is actually very, very low. So I'm actually going to be disciplined and not summon these guys. I'm going to have to sell those. But let me see if I could do a bit more magic for you guys. The wizard. Let's filter by Gen 1. I listed it for very, very high because I didn't want it to sell. But I want to see if... Okay, so this is the priest that goes with it. Ooh, okay, so there's actually some confusion over here. So I think this and this is together. Let's double check, make sure we have the best pairing. DR1, DR1, Monk Archer. But if we do with this wizard, it's a beautiful wizard. There's actually 1 mutation chance instead of 0. But these guys are on cooldown. So I'm gonna do it with these 2 guys. And they both have Knight. Knight, knight. DR1, pure. 1 mutation chance on the advanced abilities, but this is the main one we want to be hitting. Gen 2, summoners 3 of 3. Alright, cool. Let's filter by wizard and priest. Delist. And I'll probably end up relisting them at high 70s. Let it float a little bit, lower a little bit more. Because this is a really nice pairing because it can definitely produce knights. Oh yeah, the last summon I did was actually with you guys. And it was the crazy legendary wizard. Yeah, the knight's always kicking in on the recessive one, which has helped me sell these guys really, really fast, yeah. But it's actually pretty surprising when you look at the math. We have a 21%, now we've hit none. No dominant class. So odds are we hit a knight. But you never know, right? Let's do it. 28-28. And the math behind this is really, really easy. But you just have to be patient to get the most return off of this. Because any Gen 2 you get, especially a virgin, what's obviously going to be a virgin, 65. And I'm assuming this guy isn't DR1 mining. Because if it is, this is actually an amazing deal. Yeah. Recessive 1 ninja. I'm very curious now. What did you summon with? Oh, a ninja and a summoner. Okay. Advanced 3. Yeah, no one cares about advanced abilities. Or it's not priced in at all instead of marketplace. 56. So worst case, we sell it at what? 65. We have a very high chance of hitting the DR1 mining just because our stats are just insane. 56. Let's chart it. So this roll, 96% of the times, almost 97, you don't lose money. All right, looks like it went through. Let's open it. Default. We are summoning with uncommon and uncommon. Seeing colors would be amazing. Seeing an orb would be great. Seeing a knight, a sword would be great. But if we don't, at least we know that we will be in profit as this summon is 56. Yep. What did I say? Odds are we're going to hit the knight. Blue all over. I'd love to see a rare. Hit the mining. Mining insurance. Cool. We actually have a very decent chance of hitting knight, knight. And we do. Yep. Knight, knight, knight. I think for once I'm going to keep this guy and roll him down. But we could try to price him in. Very, very difficult to do. So first of all, it's a DR1 on the profession and DR1 on the D1R2 and a warrior recessive 3. And we summoned with a priest and wizard. So knight, I think it's pretty safe to price it at like 90, 85. Common, DR1 knight, and DR1 miner. Cool. Gen 2, 3 of 3, I believe. Yep. Cool. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you have any questions about this video, but I'll see you guys next time. Peace.